E.N.D here, Day 7 for the spoilers of Kaldheim. An interesting fact about this set: contrary to the previous sets except Zendikar Rising, Kaldheim will have 20 mythics and 64 rares. This means that the probability of pulling that desired card from a booster box are lower compared with other older sets. I thought you should be aware. Anyway, let's start. Wings of the Cosmos. For 1 white, instant, target creature get +1/+3 and gains flying until end of turn. Untap it. Rapacious Hawk, 1 and 1 blue, it's a 1/2 flying, snow mana, tap, draw a card, then discard a card. Breaker of Icebergs, 4 and 1 blue, it's a 4/4, enters the battlefield, tap, target artifact or creature an opponent controls. If snow mana was spent to cast it, target permanent doesn't untap during its controller next untap step. Carfell Forerunner, for 1 and 1 blue, it's a 1/3, tap, add 1 blue, spend this mana only to foretell cards or cast an instant or sorcery spell. Dusk Wielder, for 1 black, it's a 1/2, Boust, for 1 generic mana, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Dread Rider, 5 and 1 black, it's a 3/7, 1 and 1 black, tap, exile a creature card from your graveyard, target opponent loses 3 life. Infernal Pet, 2 and 1 black, it's a 2/2, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it, it gains flying until end of turn. The +1/+1 counter are permanent, the flying is until end of turn. Smashing Success, for 3 and 1 red, instant, destroy target artifact or land. If an artifact is destroyed this way, create a treasure token. Squash, 4 and 1 red, instant, the spell costs 3 less to cast if you control a giant. It deals 6 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you control a giant, the spell will cost only 1 and 1 red. Cinderheart Giant, 5 and 2 red, it's a 7/6, trample. When it dies, it deals 7 damage to a creature an opponent controls chosen at random. Breakneck Berserker, 2 and 1 red, it's a 3/2, haste. King Herald's Revenge, 2 and 1 green, it's a sorcery. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control and gains trample. It must be blocked this turn if able. Elderwood Mentor, 3 and 1 green, it's a 3/2. Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 elf warrior creature token. Jesper Sentinel, for 1 green, it's a 1/2, reach, tap, tap and untap creature you control at 1 mana of any color. Funeral Longboat, for 2, it's a 3/3, artifact vehicle, vigilance, crew 1. I'm going to do a video explaining how vehicles are played in Magic the Gathering, so stay tuned to my channel for that particular video. Goldvine Pick, for 2, artifact equipment, equip creature get +1/+1, whenever equip creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token, equip 1. Clarion Spirit, for 1 and 1 white, it's a 2/2, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Shepherd of the Cosmos, for 4 and 2 white, it's a 3/3, flying, enters the battlefield, return target permanent card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, foretell, 3 and 1 white. Avalanche Caller, for 1 and 1 blue, it's a 1/3, for 2, target snowland you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with haste and hexproof until end of turn. It's still a land. Draughelm, for 1 and 1 black, it's an equipment, enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 and 1 black. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie berserker creature token, then attach it to it. Equip creature get +2/+2 and has menace, equip 4. Aegir the Freezing Flame, for 1, 1 blue and 1 red, this is a 3/3, giant wizard. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a giant, wizard or spell you control dealt damage to it, this turn draw a card. Narfi Betrayer King, 3, 1 black and 1 blue, it's a 4/3, legendary snow creature, zombie wizard. Other snow and zombie creatures you control get +1/+1. For 3 snow mana, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. Milling this card, then for 3 snow mana, you will return it to the battlefield from your graveyard. I think it's a very good spell. Birds of Lajara, 1, 1 blue and 1 green. It's an enchantment saga. Chapter 1, create a 2/2 blue shapeshifter creature token with changeling. Chapter 2, any number of target shapeshifters you control have base power and toughness for 4. Chapter 3, choose up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Each creature you control with power 4 or greater deals damage equal to its power to that permanent. Battle of Frost and Fire, 3, 1 blue and 1 red. Chapter 1, Battle of Frost and Fire deals 4 damage to each non-giant creature and each planeswalker. This card can be a board wipe. Chapter 2, Scry 3. Chapter 3, Whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater, this turn draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Cyclone Summoner, 5 and 2 blue, it's a 7/7 giant wizard. Enters the battlefield. If you cast it from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hand, except giants, wizard, and lands. Mystical Reflection, the last card in the spoiler for 1 and 1 blue. It's an instant. Choose target non-legendary creature. The next time one or more creatures or planeswalkers would enter the battlefield this turn, they enter the battlefield as copies of the chosen creature instead. For 1 blue. You will play this instant card, and any creature that will enter the battlefield, or even planeswalkers, will be a copy of target non-legendary creature. In my opinion, it's a very good card. And I think this can also see play in standard, but probably they will see a lot of play in Commander. I hope you're liking these spoilers. As always, subscribe to my channel for more and more spoilers of Kaldheim and anything related to Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.